to the Juice Serve Cold, darlings. We're here at Sunset Rooftop where we discuss love, relationships, and ooh la la, you know, sex, and many other topics. My goal here is to encourage you, to inspire you, motivate you, and of course, entertain you. This is a no judgment zone where women and men can be their authentic selves, speak their truth without being judged on the Juice Serve Cold, darlings. Yes. All right. Today we're here with Allison Fine.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Happy to be here.
Oh, I love to have you here. Love to have you here. Well, guess what? We got some good topics today, and
okay.
But first, I want to. I heard you do. You're a comedian.
I am.
Okay. What made you start doing comedy?
Trauma. That's why most comedians start.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, trauma.
Trauma.
I grew up. I'm from the Bay Area originally, and then I lived in Southern California. Went to high school here, but now I live in Seattle. Okay. And I've always been funny. My dad is one of 8 Catholic kids, so they were always, talking shit in, family gatherings. Everybody was ragging on each other, and then I grew up white people. I'm white, but white people really didn't like me because I was tall, I was big, I was loud, I was opinionated. So black people took me in, and I hung out with a lot of black dudes growing up. I was a tomboy, so we used to cap. If you didn't know how to talk shit, you didn't survive. So I just learned how to be funny early. Probably insecurities too, honestly. So as I got older, a few years ago, I decided I'm gonna try and do this for real, and I've been doing it for almost 4 years now. Oh,
okay. So, what are some of the places that you've done your comedy at?
So I started at Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club up in Tacoma, Washington, and a lot of people know Nate Jackson now. He's a superstar on the rise, and then I have done comedy in Chicago, in Philly. A bunch of times in the Bay. I've gone home and done comedy in the Bay. Minneapolis. I was on I've been to a couple festivals. In fact, I just got accepted to a festival in San Antonio later this year. I've done comedy in Texas, San Antonio, and Austin. So in 4 years, I've traveled a lot.
Something you enjoy doing.
Yeah, and then I'm here in LA this weekend. I was here for something else, but I stayed an extra couple of days in hopes to, do an open mic, get on a show, do something here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, she will be performing tonight here at
hopefully
Sunset Rooftop. All right, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. All right, so, well, let me ask you. I got some good questions for you, like I said, and we'll talk about relationships first.
Okay.
Okay, so, I understand that you're in a relationship that's complicated right now.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
And, but at the same time, you're kind of still open to see what's out there.
Sure. Yeah. You want me to explain that?
Yeah, please.
Well, let me go back. You asked me earlier before the show if I had been married.
Right.
I've been married twice. And my first husband, actually, our divorce is what prompted me to move to Seattle, kind of a fresh start. Mm-hmm. I got married a second time to a man who I loved very much, and he loved me, but he was sick. He was bipolar, and was using drugs instead of medication. And he had a psychotic episode, and he stabbed me 9 times.
Oh, wow.
And I almost died. So coming out of that was 6 years ago. 6 years ago in October. And so coming out of that, you look at relationships different. You look at life different. I think, honestly, I wouldn't do comedy if it wasn't for that trauma. And so about a year after my stabbing, I ran into somebody who I knew just socially. And he was the person that made me feel safe after everything I had been through.
Right.
So
I know that was traumatizing.
Yeah, it was
an abusive
lot.
Relationship like that, and not knowing whether you're gonna die or
I spent 35 days in the hospital living.
I could imagine.
And he got charged with murder originally because they didn't think I was gonna live. But
oh wow.
But yeah, so I met my current partner, and we rocked through the pandemic together, right? So that was a time for everybody, whether you were alone or in a relationship of any kind, and he loves me very much, and I love him very much. But there's certain things that I don't think, like, we're just very different in personality. He knows everything about me. He knows how to read me. He knows all my stories. He listens to all my, bullshit from whatever aspect of my life. But he's also very quiet. He's not very social. I'm a very social person. So, we have had times where we've been apart, and then we always end up back together. Like, he's my person.
So it's like
a back and forth thing. But
it is. It is, and like I wish that.
But it's obvious that you want more than that if you're still open to seeing what's out there.
Well, that's more.
You're still not completely satisfied.
I wish that he would just open up his boundaries a little bit more. I wish he'd be a little bit more social, a little bit more adventurous, and then it wouldn't be an issue. But he is very open. He doesn't care what I do. He knows if I want to go out with other people, I do. The reality is I don't very often because there's not a lot of people that love me the way he does. So it does get really complicated in relationships. And I never thought I'd be in this sort of a complicated relationship. But at the end of the day, he's my person. So I might look at other people, but he's my person.
So you do every now and again would go on a date or something?
Yeah.
Kind of.
But I quickly be like, oh.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard. Dating is hard. Dating is this. Okay, I'm 46. At this big old age, I thought men would be grown. They're not. You know what I'm saying?
What are you running into out there? What are you running into out there when you're out there trying to,
Okay, if you're my age or even slightly younger, 40 years old, and you're still not looking to settle down, I question the why. Right? Okay. And I'll ask the questions, right? Because maybe you've been married for 20 years, you just got divorced. Maybe you're just getting back into dating. I can be understanding of a lot of things. But when you haven't ever been married, when you have been divorced for a long time, been single forever, and you still, like, who you gonna grow old with? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't understand why you want to be the weirdo at the club at 50. That's weird.
And there's a lot of people that do hang out at the club at 50, 60.
And I'm not mad if you're going with your partner, but like if you're just being the creepy old dude in the corner hollering at 30-year-olds when you're 55, that's weird shit.
Well, yeah.
I said what I said.
About that too. Like, I don't want to be one of those people that's hanging out at the club at, 50. Well.
I don't mind going to the club. I recently managed a club. I'm just saying it's how you move in those spaces.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I know. Okay, so let me ask you. I'm going to get to a little bit more with some questions here that get a little deeper here.
Now, have you ever betrayed one of your family members by cheating, or your friend by cheating with their man?
Never. Absolutely not. I'm a triple Libra. I believe in balance in the world, and I believe in karma. So absolutely not.
So you don't do, because you don't want that karma to return.
No, absolutely not.
Have you ever slept or dealt with a married man?
When I was very young, but I didn't know. I used to I went to high school in Victorville.
Okay.
And that was a long time ago, before 9/11, when the bases were open, and we used to go out to the base out there, and I was dating a dude, and there was a club on base, and they didn't card us. We were like 18. No, we were 17, and I was dating a dude who was in his like mid-20s, and we dated for a long time, 3, 4, 5 months, and then one time I was there with my homegirls. We would go there every weekend, and he came in with his wife. So he was there in the barracks waiting on military housing for his family. So he was married, but I didn't know that.
Okay, but once you found out,
it was over.
Then you immediately cut it off.
Yeah,
it was done. So love didn't take a part of that.
I didn't love him.
Altered your decision.
I was 18, girl. What I know about love?
Okay. Well, some people feel like they're in love at 15 and 12 these days.
I don't know. Plus, I knew how wrong that was. Like, I would never want someone to do that to me.
Have you ever been in a relationship that made you feel like you was sleeping with the enemy?
The enemy.
Yeah, like, sleeping with the enemy. The person that you sleeping in your bed is really the person that you shouldn't even be with, shouldn't be around. Like, he's not for me. Yeah. Like, he could.
Before my second husband, I spent a year with somebody that was not for me. But sometimes you get comfortable. He was actually the first person that I ever put out, too. That was hard to do because I thought I loved him. But at the end of the day, especially now looking back, he was toxic as hell.
Would you have a problem if you went into your man's wallet and he had a picture of his ex in there?
Do they got kids?
Period. It's just a picture of his ex. The kids ain't in there.
I would question why.
The kids ain't in there. Just a picture of his ex.
I would question why. Maybe if she did. Maybe if she did. Maybe she did and they had kids. So,
and she died or something. So
I would question. I would be like, why?
It would have to be that she's passed away.
Yeah.
And, you know, but just to have her in there, she's still alive. She's still moving around. And you
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That's a little
well,
weird.
I guess also how long ago, like how long have we been dating, right? In the first 6 months, and that was his ex-wife. Who keeps pictures in their wallets though?
Yeah, at some point when do you take it out though?
Yeah, I think
if you with someone else, I think you should take it out.
I think the more like the 2025 version of that is like pictures on Facebook, right? Do you make somebody delete all their pictures of their exes? I got pictures of my ex-husbands on Facebook.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Yeah.
Those are memories for me.
It could be memory, yes, and I can understand that, but sometimes, for you to, you know, some people feel like you have it up there. Some guys and some girls, they just look at that a little different. If you have it on, you must still like them. You must still have feelings for them.
I don't have. If you wanted her, you would be with her.
Get rid of everything that goes with it.
I haven't deleted. I have pictures of both of my ex-husbands. Both of my weddings are still. You could find them in my Facebook. I'm sure if you looked hard enough. I'm not deleting all that shit. That's my life. That's who I am. That made me who I am. My wallet. That's a little more personal, I think.
Do you think that a broken relationship, after the hurt, the pain, and everything has taken place, do you think that it can be fixed and back to what it used to be?
I think it depends on what the hurt is. Like, will I ever?
Okay, so the betrayal is he has another kid.
Yes.
Would you leave him or would you stay?
I think we would have to have some conversations about what that would look like. Because I personally, I would want him to take care of his kid. So I'd want him to be in that kid's life, and then we would have to look at boundaries. If he
first, you got to make up your mind if you're gonna stay or you're gonna.
But that's the thing. If I stayed, yes, but it would have to. There's a whole lot of questions to ask. If we were having a hard time at that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot. Like, if things were cool at home and you just went on fucking on somebody and had a kid, probably not. But if we were broken up or we were in a rough time, and you know, people do dumb shit for dumb reasons.
Right. Have you ever had a man in your life that you had to take care of?
Yeah. Unintentionally.
Yeah. How was that for you as a woman?
I think sometimes it happens so fast we don't realize it. We don't realize the one that I said was toxic and that I should have never been with. We got together. He checked a couple of boxes of what I needed in that moment, and then all of a sudden he's living with me. He had some eye issues. He needed cataract surgery in both his eyes. He was young, which was fine. I could be a supportive partner, but then he didn't want to get on disability. He didn't want to get food stamps. He didn't want to find a way to bring any income into our house.
He just depended on
because of his ego, and that's when I was like,
so then he just depended, right?
Yeah.
So you're willing to help a man as long as he's willing to help himself.
Period.
But if he's not trying to help himself, then that's the deal breaker for you. Gotta go.
You gotta go. I ain't done.
Okay.
I might be done for a minute. I'm not done forever. But we do, like, people get into it happens.
No, it happens. I mean, hello, I did it before, you know.
Men find bitches with big fat asses. They start fucking on a woman, taking care of her, whatever, and all of a sudden she crazy, and now they're like, now what do I do? So it goes both ways, I think.
Well, we hate to go, but we gotta wrap it up. Oh God, we're here every Monday night at Sunset Rooftop. Come on out and enjoy the beautiful views. Karaoke. We have the comedy show. We also have good food, music, and drinks. Also, you guys, there's free parking. There's free entry. Did I mention it's 420 friendly? Until next time, I'm your host, PC Branch, also known as Juice.
Yay.